Um, Welcome back to the ongoing CinemaCon series. They just had the Lionsgate panel. There's a ton of John Wick stuff they talked about, and some other stuff. First up, they showed a trailer for a movie called Long Walk with Mark Hamill and David Johnson. David Johnson was in Alien Romulus as the Andy AI. The premise is intriguing. I think I know exactly what happens. Not even like predicting, like I think I actually know what happens in the book at least. So like every, I think, year or so, these people in this state are forced to do a long walk. If you drop below a certain speed, you die. And if you stop walking, you die. I'm not sure how that would feasibly work. Wouldn't everybody just die? I don't know, but I've heard of the story. And people said the trailer was pretty cool, even though it wasn't released to the public. They then proceeded to talk about their new Hunger Games prequel, Sunrise on the Reaping. I never seen any of the Hunger Games movies, nor have I read any of the books. But apparently it's about this character Haymitch from the movies, and like how he won the Hunger Games in the past. The Woody Harrelson character. I don't know, man. They talked about a movie called Good Fortune. It's apparently a comedy. I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown of some of these more minor movies before we get into some more big stuff. Then there's a Battle of the Bands type movie called Power Ballad with Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd. And I say Battle of the Bands because one of the guys is like a successful music career guy, at a music artist. But he's trying to find a new song, and this other guy never got his chance to be a musician, or a successful one at least. And the successful one steals the song from him, and then it's like a legal battle. Then they talked about the Now You See Me franchise. It's a shame to call it a franchise. They made two movies called Now You See Me and Now You See Me 2. Apparently people like them. I've never seen them. And then there's the third one that's been in production hell. Apparently it's finished and it's releasing this November. And it's going to be called, wait for it, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And they also confirmed a fourth movie. They announced a suspense thriller with, like, Sydney Sweeney called The Housemaid. Okay. There's actually been a weird legal battle with the Michael movie, which is why they didn't show any footage. That's the Michael Jackson biopic, if you're unfamiliar. I wonder if they're gonna delay it. Anyway, now we'll talk about some weird John Wick stuff. This won't be very long. This is gonna be like a 3-minute long video. And before anybody asks, no, there was no update on the Saw franchise. There's been some weird stuff going on. Whether it's canceled, delayed, getting rebooted, we don't know. Next, there was some stuff about Ballerina. This is like the John Wick stuff. That's the, Ballerina is the upcoming movie. I think it releases like next month, or the month after. Basically, it's like an in-between cool. I think in between the third and fourth movies. Maybe it's before the first. I'm not really sure. But basically, she's a rival assassin, and she's going up against John Wick. This one does have Keanu Reeves in it, but that doesn't confirm he's alive. What was that? They just announced John Wick 5. So, we don't know if this is going to be a prequel or sequel. All we know is Chad Stahelski is returning. He's the director. Strangely enough, they announced an animated prequel about when John retired as an assassin. I don't mean at the end of that movie, or the end of that movie, or the beginning of that movie. This would actually be before the first movie. And finally, the third John Wick spin-off, Lionsgate announced in a row, is a Kane movie. Kane was the blind assassin in John Wick 4. I mean, they teased his story at the end of that movie. I'm actually surprised it took this long. I'm excited for that because he was a really cool character. Alright, that's it for this Lionsgate panel. Soon will be the Warner Bros., which hopefully is when they announce Coyote vs. Acme is alive! Then tomorrow is Universal, Focus, and Amazon. And finally on the 3rd is Paramount and then Disney. Stay tuned for those videos. But yeah, that's it so far.